Call it destiny or coincidence or higher guidance. I got the gig. I don't know how to say it. I got this call. Hey, we liked your playing. We have a first rehearsal on Tuesday where we're going to play this song in the rehearsal because Wednesday we have to play the song on Jay Leno. And I was like freaking out. I couldn't believe it that this was happening so fast. And the first thing I did, I called up the Gibson guitar rep in LA, and I'm like, hey, I'm going to be on Leno on Wednesday. I want a free Gibson. And he was like, okay, you got it. And they gave me this amazing SG. And I was like, I can't believe this thing's happening. I'm getting like a few $100s for Leno, which was like the biggest paycheck I've ever seen so far. And I got a free Gibson, and I'm like on the top of the world, and we do the rehearsal, and I play Leno, and it's amazing. And then there was a funny story that party I used to go to every few months, that band we used to hang out with. So I remember there I was like just one of the other people, and nobody really took me seriously. And right after that Leno show, the next Friday, there was another party. Now, I didn't say anything. I didn't tell anybody at the party about it. I went in, and like everybody there knew that I'm playing with Kelly Clarkson and that I was on Leno and that I'm going on a world tour with her. And like suddenly I was the celeb of the party. Now, on one hand, it felt good. On the other hand, I was really shocked how I'm exactly the same person. Why am I getting all this attention now? Like, what's the deal? It's the same people that didn't give a shit about me a few weeks ago, and suddenly they're all, hey, what's up? Trying to be friendly. So that kind of really got me thinking about this whole celebrity status thing. It was enlightening. It was really strong. We head out on tour, first the tour of the United States, which was just amazing, playing 20,000 seaters arenas, getting more free guitars from Gibson, playing on Saturday Night Live, the Superball, NBA All-Star Game. Suddenly my life went from little gigs in LA to just flying up. And it was amazing, and Kelly was amazing. She was really, that I was also really thankful for. She was so cool and modest, and not that rock star attitude with her ego up in the air. She was just a down-to-earth person that was fun to talk to. And it was a great gig. All the band were great guys, very open to let you, on one hand, you have to keep it what it is. On the other hand, let you express yourself too. There were some songs that I was just going Rage Against the Machine on them. Like they just let me do what I like, and it was amazing. And then it just kept growing, and we went on world tours, Australia, Europe, and it was like 2.5 amazing years. I remember my gang in high school that we used to play together. You can divide it into like 3 types of people. One, that you know 100% they were born to be musicians. Whether they'll be successful or not, it doesn't matter, but it's like they have a calling in life. That's the only thing they want to do. It's like an inner quality that they're an artist or they're a musician, and that's it. They can't do anything else. They might even not be good musicians, but they can't do anything else. That's what they have to do. And there's some people that also can be very good or not, but they know in advance that they can't deal with this world, that this will be my life. And then there's the people in the middle, that I'm part of those, that really want it and are really drawn to it. On the other hand, there's other things they know how to do that are more mainstream, the secure path. Like my father was an engineer, and I have also an engineer's head, and I'm very organized, and I could easily take other careers that are easier to fulfill, and for sure there's a better living they're more secure. They're more still waters. So I was really confused whether to take the path of music or not. And the scary thing about it is, like, how much time am I going to give this a chance for this dream to happen before I know if I should back out and take the other path, or keep trying and keep trying, because you can't see the future. You never know where this is going. Should I invest in it or not? At what age should I make the break and that's it, sign up for college and get a degree and just take the easy path? And that is something very, very confusing. I also saw that in the beginning of my career in LA, I was so anxious for something to happen that it was hard to enjoy the beginning of the path. I was only, when is this goal going to happen? That's all I cared about. And that's why the path was so nerve-wracking. Also, the rehearsals for it were amazing because you're in this huge hangar. It's a place called Center Staging in Los Angeles. That every room is like a little gym because they put the whole stage together in that room, because all your gear is up. Your amp has to be on the same volume it's going to be on the actual stage, because you tune the amp, you tune your pedals, you tune the sound to the volume you're going to be in an arena. So it all has to be exactly like it will be on stage. And that month or so that we were rehearsing every day for like 8-9 hours a day, rehearsing for a month, it was just great because you're getting paid. You're hanging with these musicians. In all the other rooms, there's like Paul McCartney's walking in and Britney Spears is over there and Prince was playing in another room. And you're like, I can't believe this. What's going on here? And we finished rehearsals. I remember the first gig was in Charlotte, North Carolina. Now, the reason I remember this is because it was in the Charlotte Hornet Arena. And the reason I remember this is that a few streets over was one of my first gigs ever in LA when I was in this tiny little band doing a van tour. We played this pub 2 streets over, and so I remembered that pub, and then I saw that arena, and I was like, wow, the moment like that. Okay, this is where I started, and now I'm at this arena. So it was really exciting. I was so excited and so nervous and don't want to mess up the songs, and just worried about changing the pedals and changing the guitars. And it was also my first gig playing with in-ear monitors, so that was new to me, and like the whole situation was like, wow, what's going on? And then there was a song we played that it was just an easy acoustic strumming song that I really didn't have to concentrate too much. And I just remember that moment. I could finally lift my head, and I took one ear out so I could hear the audience singing. And I'm just playing, and I see all these people, and I'm like, wow. Like, that moment was unforgettable, and it was like this whole, I'm saying it in comments, but this whole nightmare of preparation was worth it. This whole nerve-wracking, and will it work out? Will it not? Am I just wasting my life or not? But it was so amazing, that moment, that it was like, okay, all of this was worth feeling this thing. Growing up in life, you always think that there's going to be this point that's it. I reached that, and I'm fulfilled, and I'm happy, and there's nothing else that can bring me down. But as you just advance in life, you see that your life is full of little goals, and each time you achieve it, and you're happy for a while, and then that feeling kind of goes away, and then you search for something even bigger, and you get it, and that goes away, and then you see that life, that chase, so you realize that your life is just full of up and downs, like that endless pendulum, the swing, the light and the darkness, that you just keep going through it. You ask yourself, so this is life, these endless ups and downs, like you'll never find this one point that you can say, okay, now I'm happy and that's it. Like, when is this gonna end? That was my dream, to really be happy, and that's something that I like. And I saw that the ups and downs never end, and you always have a bigger dream, and you attain that dream, and there's even a bigger dream, and it's ongoing forever. So that started like another place in my heart opened up, another question about the meaning of life. Is this what I want to do forever? I was getting close to the end of my 20s, so I started asking about whether I want to settle down and have kids. And there was this huge turning point for me that we got a call on the Kelly gig that we're going to play the Grammys that year. And that to me was just like, receiving that news was just like mind-blowing. Because that, playing the Grammys, for me, it was like the Mount Everest of music. Because if you're there, you're a badass. It doesn't matter how. If you're there playing, like, you got a sign like that, you're good. And we started rehearsing for that again, a lot of endorsements, and just like, it's unbelievable. And the Grammys itself, on one hand, it's like a total bliss. I find myself in a green room with Paul McCartney and Madonna and Aerosmith and Sly Stone and U2, Coldplay, Maroon 5, like all these cats were there hanging out, Mary J. Blige, like all of them there together. And I'm there like hanging around like this little kid from Israel, like how'd I get here? So it was amazing on one hand, the feeling of fulfillment of like, I can't believe I'm here with all these people. And on the other hand, it was so nerve-wracking. I'd never been in any nerve-wracking situation like playing the Grammys. Everybody's like intense. And we're on the top of the world and we play the song and it's like feeling of total bliss and gratitude. And then we go to an after party and I'm hanging out with like the guys from Audio Slave with like Chris Cornell and Tom Morello and like, it's just unbelievable. And then I remember it was in LA. So at the end of that evening, I go back home to my little smelly apartment. Even though I was making good money, I never moved because I was always on tour. So I didn't find a reason to get out of that little smelly apartment. But, and just go home and suddenly you're alone. Again, just a regular evening. Where are all these celebrities? Where's all the glory? It's just me alone with my apartment. And that feeling of where else is this gonna go? Because the ups and downs just keep getting bigger. In the beginning, the up is this up, and then the down is like is a yearning for more. But then the ups get so high and the downs get so low that you just crash into like this emptiness and depression. And that was that moment, that question that started awakening inside of the meaning of life and where is all this going to. That was like a turning point that I felt that I needed change.